I just took a chance, and here I am.
Okay, and from that urge, we know that your hit single, Pressure. So what was going through your mind when you penned that? Did you pen that?
I did.
Okay.
I wrote that. I write all my music.
Okay.
So my mom, who is deceased, God rest her soul, my mother was a poet. She wrote, and I really feel like my gifts with writing came from her. But I would always write in my, early 20s, late 20s, but I never put anything out. And so with Pressure Baby, I can't even tell you what made me come up with that. It's so crazy because I really just sat down and started writing. I don't even know where it came from. Honestly, I don't. I know what I was thinking in my mind when I wrote the song, but I don't know what made me in that moment say, okay, I'm gonna write this and I'm gonna put this out. But it's touching people and people are gravitating to it. People are really enjoying the lyrics, and if you listen to the lyrics, it's really an empowerment song. Some people don't see it as that because people have their different ideas of what pressure is. Like, in the South, we say, oh, this is pressure, oh, that's pressure, oh, that car is pressure, oh, he pressure, but my definition of pressure is really about a mindset, and it's really about a level of confidence for women who, right now, we just have so many different things that pit us against each other, and we live in an era where, women don't spend a lot of time empowering one another. It's almost like we're competing for something. And so I just feel like all of us are beautiful. A person can go now and they can buy a body, you know what I mean? And so you may feel less beautiful because you don't go and do that, but I want you to know, or them to know, that you're pressure too. We 10 to 1, but oh well, I'm pressure. That's why I say in a room full of dimes, I'm still a dollar bill. I'm letting people know that you can still feel beautiful and just empowered. Don't worry about what somebody else has or what they're doing. You're pressure too. You build your own confidence. So that's really what the song is about, and it's pressure.
It's evident that you're a beautiful woman.
Thank
so
you.
Inquiring
You
minds,
are as well.
Thank you. Inquiring minds would like to know: are you married or are you single?
I'm not married. I was married before, and my God rest his soul, my ex-husband, he's deceased. But we divorced prior to that. I never remarried. My children were still very young when we divorced, and I just really didn't want my children to be around another man. I didn't want them to be exposed to that. So I just say, you know what? I'm gonna raise my children, and when they are of age and ready for me to settle down, that's what I'll do. Now they're grown. I have a 24-year-old son and a 20-year-old son, and both of them have said, "Mommy, go ahead." So they're ready for me to have a husband. So
That's so inspirational.
when God sends them, that's when I'll be remarried.
So with the success of Pressure, how do you plan to follow up on that single?
Oh gosh, I don't even know. I got a bunch of different songs. I'm working with an incredible producer, Cecil Green. I have to shout him out. He just got a Grammy nomination. Yeah, and it's huge for him. And I'm just so blessed for the connection. I have a lot of music friends, people in the industry, and people who play different instruments with different groups and bands and artists. And so I have a really good friend, E, who's in Baton Rouge, and he actually connected me to Cecil. Neither of us had ever heard of the other. We didn't know each other, but we got in the studio, and he is just such an incredible talent. He pulled out so much in me. And so, you know, he's producing my album, which is gonna drop sometime this summer, and he also produced the next single that is getting ready to come out now. But you know, we just make magic. I can't even explain it. Shout out to Cecil, but he's just so creative, and he has a bunch of different musicians that he works with, and they, you know, when you hear the strings and the guitar and the bass, and you know, that's all people playing that. And so it just really turns out, you know, to be something magical. And I'm just very proud of Pressure, and also proud of, you know, the stuff that we have coming out next. And I hope that what we pull out next can compete with the success of Pressure thus far, because it's been really